Hi, it's Karolyn. I'm here to help you learn how to bake and decorate amazing cakes, and in this video I'm sharing some more prices of recent cakes that I made. And I know not a lot of bakers share their prices, and I made a video a long time ago where I said I was only going to do this one time, but you guys, I got such a positive response from that, and you guys seem to really like when I share my prices, so I will continue to do so. So pricing is fluid and it is based on many different factors, and I have a lot of videos talking about pricing and what goes into pricing your cakes, location being a big factor, and also your skill level, the detail of the detail of the design, and a lot of different things. So I'm going to link those videos in the description for you so you can check them out. And I'm also going to let you know how many servings there are in each cake. And just to review quickly with you, I bake in 2-inch high cake pans, except for a 4-inch cake. And I explain this all in a video, and I will link that below. But I will either tort my cake layers, which means cutting your cake layers in half to get thinner layers, or I don't tort them and build them a little taller to get more decorating space and some more servings. So I will let you know the size of the cake and if I torted or did not tort the cake. And I have a video talking about torting, and that will be linked in the description. So we'll start with the 1-tier cakes. This first one is an astronaut theme, and this has edible images on it, and that moon on the top is super simple to do. It is a styrofoam ball covered in icing, and I do have a tutorial showing you how I do that, and I will link that below. So this cake is a 3-layer 8-inch cake, and it feeds around 30 people, and I charged $250. Now, when the customer originally sent me the cake that she wanted, she sent me this cake that I made, and this has all fondant decorations on it. So that astronaut and the rocket and the planets, all of that is fondant, and it does still have that styrofoam moon on the top. And she only wanted 1 tier, but she wanted it similar to that cake, so I quoted her $350. But that was a little bit out of her price range, so I recommended doing edible images instead. And I get a lot of people asking me, why sometimes do I make decorations out of fondant and other times I make them out, I just print edible images and put them on the cake? And the answer is because the edible images take less time to make and reduce the price. So it all depends on the customer's budget. So if I made this with all fondant, it would have been $350 versus the $250 for the edible images. And I also have a video showing how to do that Galaxy Buttercream, and I will link that below as well. All right, the next 1-tier cake is this Barnyard Animal Cake, and I do have a video showing you how to decorate this entire cake, and I will link that below. This cake on the inside is a 3-layer, not torted 7-inch cake, and it feeds about 20 to 25 people. All of the decorations on here are marshmallow fondant, so they are all handmade, and I charged $340. However, after making this cake, it took a lot more time than I thought. I will probably charge, next time I make it, around $380. All right, the next 1-tier cake is this one, and this is actually a double barrel cake, and I have a video showing you how to make double barrel cakes, and I will link that below. A double barrel cake is essentially 2 tiers of the same size with supports in it iced into one really tall tier. So this cake is a 6-inch double barrel, so it's a 2-layer not torted 6-inch on top and 2-layer not torted 6-inch on the bottom. It feeds 25 to 30 people, and I charged $275. Now, I did purchase the fans and the feathers on Amazon, and the customer provided the liquor bottles. On to the 2-tier cakes. So the first cake is this Day of the Dead cake, or is it Dia de los Muertos? I'm saying it wrong. I'm the worst at Spanish, but you know what I mean. So the customer originally sent me this cake, and she wanted something very similar. And listen, piping is not my forte. It's not my jam, but I decided to step out of my comfort zone and do it. And she was going to add flowers on it, and I think the picture would look so much better if it had flowers on top and down the sides, but she decided not to do the flowers because she just liked the cake the way that it was. I personally would have added flowers or something on the top just to give it a little more interest. But this cake on the inside, the top tier, is a 2-layer not torted 4-inch. The bottom tier is a 2-layer torted 6-inch. It feeds 20 to 25 people, and I charged $350. This next cake was for a 50th birthday party, and I do have a video. I posted a video showing you how I make that 2-dimensional fondant Converse sneaker, and I will link that below. The top tier is a 2-layer torted 6-inch, and the bottom tier is a 3-layer not torted 8-inch. And it feeds between 40 to 50 people. I did make this a little bigger. I think she originally ordered it to feed like 30, but I wanted some more decorating space, and this is what I do. Sometimes I just make cakes a little bit bigger to make it easier on me. So I charged $475 for this. If I had to make this again, this did take a little while to do, I would probably charge $525. And again, on here is all handmade fondant decorations, not edible images. This next cake was for a sweet 16 birthday, and she sent me a picture of a cake. She sent me this cake, and she wanted something very similar. And I told her the fault line, what I could do in the middle is gold jimmies or sprinkles. I call them jimmies because I'm from Philly, and I always say that. But there's gold sprinkles in the middle, and then it's a fault line cake and painted and splattered gold. And it just has that simple happy birthday sign and some pre-made sugar flowers. The top tier is a 3-layer not torted 5-inch, and the bottom tier is a 3-layer not torted 7-inch. It feeds 35 to 40 people, and I charged $425. The next cake is this adorable koala bear cake, and I had someone yell at me, not yell, but they were like, don't call it koala bear. Koalas aren't bears, they're just koalas. Like, I don't know, koala bear, koala, whatever. But I do have a video showing you how I decorate this entire cake, and I will link that in the description. And this one was my redemption cake. This was for one of my most valued customers, and the cake I made before this was a disaster. And it was so ugly and she hated it, and I had to refund the money. And this was my big redemption cake. So the top tier on this is a 2-layer torted 5-inch, and the bottom tier is a 3-layer not torted 7-inch. It feeds 30 to 35 people, and I charged $475. So this next 2-tier cake is a rainbow unicorn cake. And the top tier is a 3-layer not torted 5-inch. And the bottom tier is a 2-layer torted 7-inch. It feeds 25 to 30 people, and I charged $380. And while that rainbow unicorn design is cute, I just feel like it's played out. I've made so many of them. I'm so sick of them. And I recently got another order for a rainbow unicorn cake. And I do have a video showing you how I decorate this entire cake, and I will link that below. So I like to think outside of the box sometimes and just stop making the same design that everybody else does, because like it just, okay, we've done the unicorn thing. Like, can we move on from it? So this was just a different take on a rainbow unicorn cake. The top tier is a 2-layer torted 5-inch. And the bottom tier is a 3-layer not torted 7-inch, and I wanted to do the bottom tier 3 layers so it would be a little taller and I would have space to make the name really big and have those clouds on there. It feeds 30 to 35 people. She originally wanted it to feed 25 to 30, so this is slightly bigger than she ordered. And I charged $450, but if I had to make this design again, it did take a while to do. I would probably charge around $500. So there you go. I hope this helps you figure out how to price your cakes. Now, like I said before, remember that pricing is dependent on many factors, like location. If you live in a rural area, and I said rural without sounding weird, and now I just made it weird, but if you live in a rural area, it may be more difficult to charge as much as you could if you lived in a city. And your skill level, is your icing really smooth and clean? Are your decorations clean and not jagged? Can you make your cake look really nice and clean? Then you can charge a little bit more. And also, like I said, I'm going to link those videos below for you if you need help in pricing your cakes. So I think that's it. I really hope this helped you guys out. And just a reminder, I do have a Cake Academy membership program. I'm going to link all that information in the description. Please like this video if you liked it, and if you're enjoying my tutorials, I would be so grateful if you could buy me a coffee. My link is down below. And I would love it if you would keep in touch on socials, and you could check out my website. And if you want to see more prices, you can watch this video next, and hit subscribe and the bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And remember, it's cake. Have fun and charge your worth. I will see you on the next one. Bye.